Yeah. No. 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 No.
MirrorCheck family, man. It's your boy Ishmael. I want to thank y'all for tuning into another episode of MirrorCheck.Podcast. We are more than a podcast. Just want to throw that out there. And you know I can't do this without my brother, man. What's up, Willie?
What's up, my boy? What's going on? Well, how you feeling? How you feeling, man?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm blessed by the best. You understand? You understand? That's the word. That's the word.
Already
sir.
blessed by the best. Yeah, we got to keep putting it in the atmosphere, man.
Yes, sir.
Got to remind people, man, who the foundation is.
Yeah, man. You know I've been saying that a lot. A lot of people been, how you doing? How you doing? Blessed by. Can I steal that? Can I steal it? I'm like, man, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead and steal it, man. But just know, give me credit. You know.
Yeah,
Just say,
yeah, yeah.
Who it come from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, man. So, man, it's another beautiful day. We finna get into this great episode, great topic, man. I think everybody should know the difference of these two different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's jump right into it, man. So this topic today will be about drum roll. Dating versus courting.
Ooh.
Again, dating versus courting.
Yeah.
Man, so it's two different things.
Yeah, go on, drop it on them, man.
Yeah,
go
man.
on, warm us up real quick.
So, okay, let me start off like this. Dating is like you casually getting to know somebody. It can be a person or many different people, and you have like an intention of things getting romantic. That's dating. Now, courting, in my opinion, is like you are involved with someone, specifically only one person,
Right.
and you have an intention, you have purpose, you have meaning behind it. See, dating, you really don't have any expectations.
Yeah.
You're just you're doing the compare and contrast, basically. You're comparing these individuals and everything like that, which one stands out to you and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But courting is like, okay, I like this person. Let's try to see where it goes, and but just know from the jump, hey, these are my expectations. This is what I require. You know what I'm saying? You're putting that out there, and you're working towards a common goal. Dating is more so like there is no goal. You're just trying to find what fits you best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's my opinion of the difference between both of them. Man, what you got? What you think?
For me, bro, I would say when it comes to dating, in my opinion, since of course I've been in and out the game, but thank God I didn't change my ways. Been in the game.
Now.
Yeah, I retired.
Jersey.
Yeah, I threw away the players card.
Hey, I come off the bench.
But no, I think dating, bro, for me is basically somebody trying to find their own way, trying to figure out who I really want to be with, you know, testing this person out, trying this person out. And I believe sometimes, you know, like with conversations we've had prior to getting on, is that sometimes that could be dangerous, you know, even when it comes to dating. Because I feel like a lot of people can try to take pieces from certain people and try to make this one thing, and it don't come out, you know, the way they wanted to. And so dating, man, can be very, very dangerous, depending on how you view it. But you know, for me, just really just trying to find a way, see what works for you, see what fits for you. But on the other hand of that, courtship is basically you locking in, having tunnel vision on one person specifically. You know, building that relationship, building that trust, you know, going out, doing things, building that bond, learning each other, learning the ins and outs of each other, until it gets to a point to where you guys are like, now, okay, you know, let's make this serious. We're compatible. You know, we know each other a little bit more. You know, we went on a couple of days. We met each other. You know, family. We start meeting family. Oh yeah, it's a whole nother level. And so courtship, man, is when you actually locking in on one person and, you know, moving towards, you know, being married and being engaged in a sense. You know, and so that would be my take on those two.
So let me elaborate a little bit more from just my perspective about dating. You have to be, like you said, it can be dangerous. You have to be careful who you entertain.
Yeah.
Like everybody conversation isn't good. You know what I'm saying? It's not best for you. You know what I'm saying? It's something I had wrote like years ago.
Oh yeah, drop it
to you.
Drop it.
He said, you know, I have no problem sharing this as a man. Women who really desire to truly be loved, you have to be extremely careful with who and how you entertain. You know, first, just because the conversation has God in it doesn't mean God is in the conversation.
Ooh.
So what that means is, you know, a man could be saying, oh, you know, he's talking about God, he shouldn't use scriptures and everything, but his actions are completely far from God.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? He's leading you in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? He's leading you to the bed instead of trying to pray for your soul and keep you uplifted and helping you accomplish your goals and basically trying to create a solid foundation on Christ with you. He's trying to do everything to distract you, even though he's preaching to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, God this, God that, and you know you have to be careful with that.
Yeah, got to.
And I also said, like, the devil will use a man to preach you right into bed. Hey, I have conversations with people. Oh man, he say, you know, he started off as this person and all of a sudden this is what he wanted. And, I mean, I've had conversations with people like that.
Yeah.
I also said flirtatious fellowship is not fellowship. Where there's lust working, there's lies working.
Ooh, that's deep.
So think about it. When you're dating someone, you start to build like this imaginary person. Men and women do it. They start, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit away from this person. He got to be this tall, or she got to be this short. She got to be this thick. He got to have, you know, at least make $100,000 a year. Whatever. You start having these preferences, and people need to understand, like, preferences and morals are two different things. Preferences can change depending on your situation, the time of your life and everything, preferences change.
Right.
Morals stay the same. It's your beliefs. It's something that just will not change. And it's something that you stand on. You know, you want to stand on your morals and your preferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was sitting there looking at this Ty Tribbett. He was actually doing this sermon. He was talking about how beauty fades. And he was saying, he compared it to a cake. He was basically saying, you know, you have all these things that you put into the cake, and then you get this cake. And the cake basically is, you put the icing on it. He was like, if you get too much of the icing, you'll get sick. And it's basically the same thing. Like when you're dating too many different people and you're trying to create this imaginary person into a perfect person to say, hey, this is the person I want. You have to be careful, like, because that person can eventually make you sick. You know what I'm saying? So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, man. So I was looking at that. Shout out to my boy Ty.
Hey,
you know
shout out to Ty. Yeah, that's
man.
my boy.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So you have to be careful about who and how you're dating, who you're entertaining, the conversations that you're having with that individual. As far as courtship, like, courtship is, okay, we're not going to have this conversation right now. This is exactly what we're trying to build. This is the goal. What are we doing to try to work towards it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some conversations you just will not have until the timing is right, and then you'll have that conversation. So that's just me, and I just wanted to share a little bit of what I wrote. It's a lot more. I might just, on the website, I might just post this, what I wrote, and so y'all can, you know, read a little bit of my thoughts and everything like that. So
I kind of want to piggyback on that too, man. I ain't said that in a while, but
yeah. Go ahead, get your word in.
But based on what you were saying, bro, and sharing your experiences, one thing that I just received based on your experiences, we got to be careful of making permanent decisions in temporary situations.
Yes, sir.
Got to be very, very careful, man, of making permanent decisions based on a temporary situation. Like he was saying, dating is just you just trying to find your way, figure out, you know, what is this, what's that, and different preferences. Like you said, you know, preferences change. It's almost like the seasons.
Yep.
You know, we find ourselves now going into the winter season. You're not gonna find yourself doing the things in the spring season what you were doing in the winter season, because it's two different seasons.
Right.
So you got to change up what you wear. You got to change up the different things that you put on.
Right.
So like he was saying, man, got to be careful of that, man. Don't make permanent decisions, man, in a temporary situation.
Right.
What they will do is that'll cause a lot of frustration, and it cause a lot of confusion.
Yep.
That you're trying to figure out why is this happening, is because you made something permanent, which is really temporary. It's basically just a stumbling block for you to move forward. And so, yeah, I had to touch on that, man.
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I had to touch on that experience.
You know, men and women, especially in today's world, they do make a permanent decision with someone that they know is not good for them.
Yes.
You know, they may have a child with each other, but they had it at first. It's all, you know, cake and ice cream. They all in love and all that stuff. They end up having a child, and then stuff happens, and then they go about their separate ways. They hate each other, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you thought that was love, but really it was really lust.
Really love, yep.
And because, like I said in previous episodes, love will change your situation. Love will lead you in a different direction.
True.
Love will lead you to something greater. Lust will lead you straight to the bed. Basically, it will not encourage you. It will not keep you motivated. It's just it'll encourage you and motivate you to do one thing, and that's lust one another, and then do physical things, physical activities for one another. You know what I mean. But love will make that change. Love will protect and guide and make sure you're accomplishing your goals and all that other stuff. So love is very protective.
Yes.
You protect what you love, and so I just wanted to throw that out there too. But yeah, man, the difference, like for me, like if I'm pursuing somebody or something like that, it's more so on the courting side.
Yeah,
Like,
most definitely.
Me, when I like somebody, I'm just gonna focus on that one person. I'm not gonna go out and be like, okay, yeah, I'm dating this person, because it's too many distractions. It's like, to me, why would you want to? Why you want all their work? Like, you got to keep up with this person, like not keeping up with them, but you got to converse with this person, you got to converse with this person, you got to converse with this person. Yeah. Oops, I accidentally sent the wrong text message to you. It's supposed to go to somebody else. Just too much headaches, and then think about it. When you decide to finally pick somebody, you know what I'm saying, and then the other person or whatever decides that they find out, okay, this person fits somebody, pick them, you know what I'm saying, and you still might be texting that other person, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And that goes back to that emotional cheating. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it can cause that drama. So now you done created this problem where you're entertaining many different people. You decide to pick one, and then all of a sudden you still kind of keeping that conversation with someone, and then you still kind of building that bond with that person.
At the same time,
it goes to that emotional cheating.
Yeah,
like cheating isn't only physical, but it could be emotional. You can basically cheat just by having a conversation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, depending on the conversation that you're having.
Yeah. Depending on what you're talking about.
You gotta dig into that. So that's one of my outlooks as well. That's why it's like, it's hard. I don't understand why people want to have it so hard, and people always come up and saying, oh, I don't trust men or I don't trust women. It's because of you may have been entertaining too many, and you have these preferences that you just will not change. You thinking it's morals.
Yeah.
You're getting confused. Yeah. And you continue to date these people based on your preferences. That's when that mirror check needs to come in. You need to check yourself. Okay, why every time I date this man or every time I date this woman, nothing changes? Maybe it need to be you that change.
Yeah.
You are the common denominator. Yeah. So that means in order for you want something better, you want something greater, that means you have to change.
Yeah. Starts with you.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So yeah. What's up?
Nah, I agree with that, man. It definitely starts with you and the decisions, that you make at the end of the day, because as we go through our journey, as we go through life, as we go through trying to find, that person for us, it all stems down to you making sure that you're in a great place, make sure that you're mentally stable, making sure that you're emotionally stable, because I think a lot of times too, when people find themselves getting into relationships, they carry a lot of old weight and a lot of old baggage, into their new relationship. And if they wonder why there's so much friction and so much things going on, it's because you didn't handle it or you didn't properly give yourself time, to heal and move forward. And so, bringing all that in that new relationship, man, that can cause a lot of friction. Right. So I just, want to advise you guys that's, listening into this episode and tune into this episode, and make sure that you give yourself grace to get yourself together, man. Make sure you give yourself time, to be whole, to be mentally whole, to be emotionally whole, and get those things in place, because self-care is everything, man.
Facts.
Yeah, self-care is everything.
Man, you know what you was talking about, like bringing the old trauma and drama into a new situation. It's like on the previous episode when we was talking about Cobra Kai, you was talking about that quote. It's basically like only time you know that you heal is if the wound is reopened or something like that. I can't remember the exact quote.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just like pouring water and oil, trying to mix it together. It's always gonna separate.
Yeah, always.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you try to mix some old problems that you should have healed from and got rid of into a new situation? Like, take the time. Men do this too. Women do it as well.
Right.
They don't take the time to heal.
Yeah.
Like, everybody heals at a different rate. You know what I'm saying? Take some time to love yourself. Take some time to learn yourself. Take some time to just heal from any past traumas. Just take that time. That's very important. And then once you're ready to do it, you have to move differently than what you previously did. You have to move different if you expect different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, remember that. If you expect different, you got to move different.
You got to move different. That's a good one.
Just remember that.
That's a good one. Yeah,
man, I was looking at most stuff that I actually wrote in 2019 when I was talking about standards and preferences. I basically said standards, not preferences, but standards, real ones, they scare people away. The problem is people are confusing standards and preferences. They are not the same.
Nah.
Standards have everything to do with your morals and beliefs. Too many people are dating according to their preferences, skin tone, body, bills, financial status, hair, race, tattoos, etc., and sacrificing standards. Never come off your moral standards for physical preferences. One fades, the other one doesn't. You can build on standards, you can't build on preferences.
Ooh, that boy dropped some gems, man. I hope y'all listening.
So
that boy dropped some gems.
It's just like trying to build a house on sand.
It ain't good.
It ain't gonna last. You can't build that foundation on sand and expect for it to last forever.
Nah.
It's gonna slowly sink. Oh, let it rain.
Oh yeah.
Like the city of Houston, like, you know what I'm saying? Every time it rains, it's flooding because it's sinking below sea level. The city of New Orleans, same thing. You know, you can't build something and expect for it to last forever.
That's good.
You can't build it just anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
definitely a difference between standards and preferences, man.
Yeah.
Standards.
That could be a whole nother episode, to be honest. Man.
That's good. Standards gotta be the foundation, man.
Yeah.
That's good right there, G.
Yeah. So let's go. So give us some more intel of what you think about this courting versus dating.
I see something that I got pulled up. Difference between dating and courting. The main difference between dating and courting is that dating may or may not result in marriage, while courting always results in marriage. Let me say that again. The main difference between dating and courting is that dating may or may not result in marriage, while courting always results in marriage. And so basically, I guess to sum this up, in my point of view, is to make sure that if you're pursuing, courting, making sure, I would advise you to, of course, get to know that person, get to build that relationship, and make sure that you guys are on the same page when it comes to, pursuing and being engaged, and also pursuing, being married, because being married, it's a whole nother job, man. I can attest to it. I've mentioned on the previous episodes, y'all heard me say, man, it's coming up, me and my wife, 10 years, man, and so I can definitely attest to, making sure that there's one thing and one thing only. I've heard from a lot of leaders, man, whether it be business or spiritual, that make the main thing the main thing.
Right.
Make the main thing the main thing. And so, man, if that's something that you really are pursuing, of course, if you're a believer, go to God in prayer and ask him, to lead and guide you, in that sense. And also, even with that, asking for discernment.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's another thing. Yeah, another thing that we lack when it comes to, our faith, making sure that you are discerning the situations,
right, and
discerning that person to make sure, they're good for you. Like he was saying, some people can, quote a lot of scripture, but deep down inside, they ain't that person.
Their actions are far from those scriptures.
Yeah, far from it, man.
Man.
And so, that's one thing I wanted to, lead with y'all, man, is if there's something that you guys are pursuing, seek God and get the right leadership, get the right people around you. You know what I'm saying, and pursue that. And so, but that's something I had to go through, of course. And I didn't dot all my I's, I didn't cross all my T's and all that. I had to go through trial and error. I had to go through, mistakes. I had to go through, the dating phase of, who is this, who is that, and kind of going back, we talked about preferences and standards. Mm-hmm. One thing that blessed me, man, when it came to, me and Tamika getting together and pursuing, courtship was, she didn't focus on, the person that I was physically.
Right.
Because kind of give you guys some backdrop, on our relationship. My wife is 6'3". I'm pretty sure y'all heard me say that on a couple of our episodes. I'm only like 5'4", 5'5". It's a big difference. About that. Yeah, so the height is different, but that's a preference. So in other words, if I was somebody that was looking for somebody my same height, and it didn't happen, that would probably make me feel a certain way. But I had to really, really trust God and know that even though my wife is a certain stature, I had to believe that she still was going to rock with me regardless of what I look like, regardless of my stature. And so when I realized that as we went through our phase leading up to courtship, man, that she didn't judge me, she didn't criticize me based on what I look like and my stature and all this. What she was looking for is making sure that my heart was in the right place.
Man.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That's real.
Yeah, and so when it got to that, when God revealed that to me, I was like, well, the rest is history. And as like I mentioned, it's going on 10 years, man.
Right.
Not saying it's been peaches and cream. Not saying that everything has been, like my past, I always say, tiptoeing through the tulips. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't always been that way. But it wasn't based off preferences. It was based on
Right.
standards and morals, man. And so
Right.
just wanted to share my journey with y'all, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that is.
Man, so and then like I said, when you're speaking about courting has this goal, as opposed to dating. It's just like, let's go with the flow and see where it goes.
Yeah, that's good.
Like courting is like, yeah, I'm looking for me a wife or a husband, and if you're not that person, move on. You know, I ain't trying to entertain you.
Yeah.
Dating is like, I'm dating with no expectation. Like, you know, you probably in your back of the mind was like, yeah, I want a husband. You know what I'm saying, like that. But courting to me, it's like, so like I was saying, like love and you got lust. Like courting, when you're courting somebody and you're really trying to get to know them and you become friends with them, it's like levels. And then all of a sudden, you know, it has a higher probability to lead into marriage, courting. But courting typically leads to you're loving someone greater, because you're learning that person, you're learning what they like and they don't like, how they move, you know what I'm saying, and you learning their body language. Like they can literally, you can be in a room and you can be sitting across from each other and they can give you a look or their body can twitch one way. You courting them and you learning that can tell you exactly what you need to know. Like,
Ooh, that's
you know
good.
what I'm saying? Like, I can be across the table from a woman and she give this like certain look or something like that. Oh, I know it's time to go. He's like, hey, we need to drop what we doing. She ready to go. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to even say a word. She could just give me a look or move her body a certain way. Or, you know, I can tell like when you courting, you kind of pick up on little tips and everything. Like you can understand, okay, my wife, or not my wife, but my girlfriend or my boyfriend or whatever is they're going through something, but they don't physically tell you, but you can tell by their body language what they're going through something. It's because you picked up on that. When you're dating someone, you have too many distractions to kind of pick up on people's body language and all that other stuff. And it's like dating, when you're dating multiple people, the lust is greater. You have more of a lust besides the love, because you're really not truly building a real, true connection with just one individual. You have multiple distractions.
That's good.
You have multiple different distractions. So, like I said, for me, if I like somebody, I'm gonna court that person. Like all the other people, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. You know, this is my focus.
Right.
This is my focus. And if it don't work, oh well. I mean, it wasn't meant to work. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it wasn't meant for me to be either with one of y'all at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But this is my focus and this is what I'm focusing on. This is my goal with this person.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's how I look at it. And it's just like courting is like you have a serious agreement to commit, as opposed to dating. You kind of like, where is this relationship going?
Yeah.
Like you don't know, you don't have a sense of direction.
That's good.
When you're dating. That's just my opinion. You just don't have that sense of direction.
Yeah.
And,
I kind of want to flip the script, man.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and give you your flowers, bro, while you still here, because I've watched you, you know, as a man and seeing your growth, man, and even staying, you know, disciplined and knowing what you want, knowing what you want in a woman, and not settling for anything less than the standards that you have in place. And so, man, I definitely applaud you for, you know, standing your ground and allowing God, you know, to be your foundation and moving forward. And if she ain't it, she ain't it. You know, you just keep moving forward and not settling for something just because she's a woman or just because she has the attractability or looking or fine or the Coke bottle shape, whatever it is. You're not settling for that because you know there's something deeper than that. And so, man, I definitely applaud, you know, you standing your ground.
Right. I appreciate that.
And knowing what you want.
Yeah.
And I also see a difference, man. I was getting some revelations too when you were speaking on courtship and dating. Right. I see, now I'm pretty sure we all know the movie, I think it's The Terminator.
Okay.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. So when it comes to dating, I see dating as machine gun. Why? Because you're all over the place.
Right.
You don't have you shooting everything. You shooting everything. You trying to kill everything, destroy everything, damage everything. But when it comes to courtship, it's almost like a sniper. Why? Because they have one vision. They know what the target is. They wait. They're patient. Their timing is on point. And so when it's time to hit the target, they hit it and they don't miss. Yeah, they don't miss, man.
That's a good analogy right there.
Yeah, I just got that revelation, man. When
that's a good one.
When you were speaking, man.
That's a good one.
Yeah, don't get shooting everything up, man. With being a sniper, man. Know what you want and
Right.
stick with that target. Yeah.
And see, one thing about me, like when I'm more so on the scene of like I'm getting to know someone, it's like I let them know from the jump, day one, hey, I'm in this because of this. This is my goal. If you're not with it, then let's let's not talk about it. Let's not even entertain it anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know how many people that's scared away? Because I tell them from the jump, hey, I'm not this type of person. I'm not this type of person. This is what I want out of life and everything. That scare a lot of people away. When you basically come in and you tell them, hey, you just like basically lay the foundation. Say, hey, this is what it is. And a lot of people get scared of it. Oh, you come on too strong. No, it's just you probably take it as me coming on too strong. It's just me telling you, hey, look, if you're not with this, then I advise you go find somebody else because this is what I stand on.
This is what I stand on.
I'm not changing this for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how beautiful you are or whatever. I don't care how many degrees you have or whatever. But if you can't meet me on that foundation, then go find what you seeking somewhere else. Because this is not changing.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good,
so that's just me. It's like, I hate when people say, oh, let's go with the flow. Like I said in previous episodes, the only thing that goes with the flow is dead fish.
Ooh.
Like, why? Like, think about it. You have a fish in the river.
That's good.
It's dead, and the current of the river is going one way. Fishes typically swim upstream, but when they die, they just going with the flow.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you want to go with something dead? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, this is what it is. If you ain't with it, move on.
Move on.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It is what it is, and like I said, that saved me from so many different, heartaches, so many different problems that I could easily avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this girl, man. I used to have a super big crush on her in middle school, and she had a crush on me. I was scared of her. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared of girls. I wasn't scared of girls. I just feared rejection. I was like, we like each other, but I didn't know like if we would end up dating or something like that because I was scared of her saying no. You know what I'm saying? Even though she liked me, I was scared of her saying no. I fear rejection. And so we I would say about 6 years ago, she slid me a message on Facebook. Hey, how you doing? We just chopping it up, whatever. And we were basically talking about, hey, you remember we used to like each other, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So, we got to there and we just was chopping it up. It just became real cool. Nothing came out of it or whatever. But it was good to just reflect on past things. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it was gonna be more of a lust thing, and then and it wasn't gonna last. Yeah. Like a reason why I brought that up is because it was gonna be more of a lust thing, and it wasn't just gonna last. So I'm glad that it didn't go through because it protected not only myself, but it protected her as well.
Yeah.
So I look at it from both sides, man. Like, you have to realize when it's just lust, and you realize when you have to realize there's a probability of love truly coming out of it.
That's good.
Like, I know even my last relationship when I was in college 15 years ago, it was more so, I thought it was love. I mistaked it for love, but it was really lust. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to reach out a few times, like a few years ago, just to apologize because, I was leading her straight to the bed, and all this other stuff. Like I said, love really protects and does all this stuff, but like I said, everything that we was doing, it was just like physical.
Physical,
like,
yeah.
Even when she was on that monthly boy, it was like, oh yeah, we gonna do something still. Not the that way, but you know what I'm saying. But it was always we were doing something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so since you're married, let me ask you this question. Since you're married, is dating important? Like, how important is still the dating phase? Like even though you got your wife, you got your woman, dating, the continuation of dating, is that very important?
Yes, bro. Yeah, I believe that part of, even though you went through that phase and you got married, I think there's still a instrumental piece, in your marriage.
Right.
Because you got to keep the relationship fresh, man. You
gotta
let each other know that you
Facts.
still love each other, still doing things, still going out. Whether it's you guys, going to a movie together, whether it's you guys taking a walk in the park together, whether it's you guys in the living room throwing on some slow jams, dancing, whatever it is, to keep that relationship fresh. Whether it's just you guys just sitting down having a healthy conversation, or just sitting down watching some funny video. That's me and one of Tamika's things. She'll call me like, "Hey, babe, she showed me this, be something crazy fun. We both bust out laughing."
Man, she texted me the other day, man, talking about this dude look like me. I'm like, boy, come on.
I think she did. I think she did show me that.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, she did show me that.
She funny, man. Yeah. She funny, man.
Tamika hilarious, man.
But I agree with that, man. That dating keep the relationship fresh. That's very important. Even though you got your good thing, you got your rib and everything like that. It's good to say, hey, babe, let's go out, just have some fun, enjoy one another company. Let's get out the house.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's for a walk. You don't even necessarily got to spend money. Just spend time.
Spend time, bro.
Spend that quality time. That's very important. Because being in the house together, you're gonna get on each other's nerves.
Oh, heck yeah.
Sure, you're gonna get on each other's nerves. Shoot, I don't even live with nobody, and people still get on my nerves, and they 30 miles away. I'm like, I just know it'll be crazy when you living together, man.
It's different.
So just keeping that fresh and keeping that energy alive. You know what I'm saying? That's keep the spice in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Just doing something completely different. Say, hey, babe, let's go to Six Flags. Or, let's go to a Mavericks game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something different. But I believe dating never stops. Once you find your person, the dating side never stops.
Never stops.
And then it's like when you find your person, even if you're find your person, to me, courting never stops. Like me, it's like so what I'm saying is like courting. What I was saying, love and lust. Courting is more so on the love side.
Yeah,
it's like when you're still trying to court them, you're still in a marriage phase, like your first few years or whatever. You're still learning that person.
Yeah, true.
You're still learning what they love and what they dislike and all this other stuff. So you're still courting that person. And more so on the dating side, dating is like, oh yeah, now I know you and I know how you move, your thought process.
Yeah, I see you going.
I see. Yeah. It's like now I want to spend even more time with you. You know what I'm saying? And really build a bond with you. And now we're married. Now we can do all the physical activities that we want. All this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah.
And it's like, to me, really, the good thing out of both of them is, in my opinion, is they can create friendship.
Oh man, you hit on
courting,
the money.
Courting,
bro.
If it doesn't work out, it still can create a friendship. If dating doesn't work out, it still can create a friendship.
Big facts.
But when you're dating, like when you're exclusively with someone, you courting someone, you still have to be careful who you befriend. Because then they can distract you. They can cause that emotional cheating again. They can distract you from your goals that you're trying to accomplish with that individual. So that's just my take right there.
Nah, I agree with all of that, man.
Yeah.
I agree with all of it. And now dating, man, you were right, man. Dating never fades, man. You should always allow that to be an instrument of peace in your relationship and in your marriage, man. Whatever that looks like to you should always want to keep that in there and keep that relationship fresh. So kind of the analogy that you mentioned earlier, with the dead fish.
Right.
You don't want to be in a marriage for, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, man, and it feels like that dead fish where you're just, going with the wind or going with the sea, man, and don't have any, a target that you're aiming for or no life, is the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? I remember here recently, we was teaching on faith, and our bishop, he was teaching on faith, and he gave the story of, Lazarus, and knowing that his sisters, crying and mourning, trying to figure out, and they went to Jesus, and knowing that Lazarus was dead for 4 days.
Right.
And of course, Jesus came and, and brought him back to life, but the point he was trying to make was, he says, when you speak faith, just know that dead situations still have ears.
Yep.
So basically what he was saying was, when you're going through a phase in your life where you feel like things are dying out, when you feel like things are dead, you got to be able to have the ability to speak faith and speak life into that thing, allow that thing to resurrect, and come back to life, man. And because of that, Lazarus was able to roll good up out of that grave, man. and have life again. And so, but that correlates to, relationships.
Yeah.
Whether it's, husband and wife, father, son, mother, daughter, siblings, whatever it is, you got to speak life to that thing.
Yeah. And, that's crazy you brought that up because I was, over the, media and everything talking about, Tamir Mari and all the other stuff. And her husband was about to get divorced. And now they're trying to work it out. Like, I believe that they spoke life into their situation. Wow. And then now they're trying to work it out. They're trying to fight over, like, their disagreements and everything like that. They're trying to work through everything now. Wow. Like, I feel like, their relationship was slowly dying and stuff like that. Now they're trying to resurrect it. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So when divorce is at its all-time high, that's big right there. Like, trying to say, hey, look, I know from this side I'm wrong, this side I'm wrong, and stuff like that, and just try to find some common ground to continue to grow and love and develop that relationship even more. I believe that's like crucial. Now, of course, when something is dead, you know what I'm saying? You know exactly when the time to say,
oh yeah,
hey, we gotta move on. You know what I'm saying?
That too, yeah.
But if it's something, a little bit of hope and a little bit something that's like, man, we still got a chance. Take it.
Yeah,
you know
take it, man.
You gotta take it. And
wow, I didn't know they was trying to work it out. Man. I thought it was over.
Nah, like I was reading, like they said, they trying to work out everything and continue their marriage and everything.
Wow, that's good.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing to see. Two beautiful black people trying to work it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, staying in that vein, why do you think so many, high profile celebrity marriages go through divorce, man? What do you think the root of it could be? Because we're seeing a lot of it, man. Not just them. There's a lot of other celebrity marriages that have, that didn't make it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I believe everything, the root cause of a lot of issues that we have, it all stems from being like selfishness. Mm. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh, this is my money and this is your money. No. Not that type of stuff. I'm talking about like selfishness, like when everything is, no longer, it's more so about me and my feelings and more so, and you don't really care about any other people's feelings or say, for instance, like somebody might be going through something and it's like, you hear them, but you're not truly listening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a part of being selfish, because if somebody reaching out to you, that means they're trying to confide, they trust you, and you're just hearing them and you're not truly listening and trying to help them in their situation. That's a form of selfishness. I believe like a lot of divorce is just because of people are just selfish, like with their emotions. Like a lot of men like to hide a lot of stuff from women, how they're feeling and stuff like that. That's a form of being selfish. Because if I say I love you, that means I trust you with everything I'm gonna tell you. Ooh, so I pray that you can uplift me and that you, everything I'm telling you, that you can hold it in and not let it leak it out. I pray that you are praying everything that I'm sharing with you, this sensitive information, that you're taking it to the Father and praying on my behalf. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think that's what a lot of people got, get away from. And that's a form of selfishness again. Yeah. And that's why I think a lot of relationships, especially high profile relationships, just don't last, is because they forget where the foundation was laid. Like, they set this foundation, and for many years they made like, okay, yeah, this firm foundation. But then all of a sudden, a strong wind coming and just shift the building a little bit. And then that's when it all goes downhill. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I think everything is stemmed from selfishness. Like we had that conversation when we was on recording that other podcast, To Be Continued podcast. Like they was talking about pride. And I was like, so what do you think is the root cause of pride? And everybody gave their own opinion. And I was like, all right, every time y'all mention pride or whatever, think about it. The words y'all use was me and I.
Me and I, yeah.
Me and I, even in the word pride, it has the word I.
In the middle.
It's something about you. It's always something about that individual, yourself.
That's good.
That's a form of selfishness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say even all sins, in my opinion, is the root cause of being selfish. Because like, oh well. But like, Like, you can just be lust, you know what I'm saying? You only think about pleasing your flesh. That's a form of selfishness.
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to care about that person's soul. You're not trying to care about that person's goals that they're trying to accomplish. You're just trying to satisfy your fleshly desires.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that stems as a form of selfishness. So,
Oh, that's a great point.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's why I think like all these high profile relationships, and of course, you know, money has to do with a lot of it, and that's still a form of selfishness.
Yeah, still. All stems from
So,
selfishness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I think another thing it can possibly stem from is the quote that you have, which will eventually be on the shirt. I think it comes down to from these people protecting their garden. Yeah, protecting their garden, man. Shielding their thing, protecting it,
Right.
making sure they don't allow a lot of toxic outside resources come in, giving different opinions, different advice. You know, that's not really healthy to, you know, you guys' success and you guys' relationship and marriage, because too many voices, man, can damage and break some stuff. And so, yeah, I think that's another reason, you know, alongside you saying selfishness is, you know, protecting your garden the right way. Like you mentioned, you know, if you allow all these insects and pesticides, all these different things get into your garden, it's going to destroy it. It's going to get to the soil. It's going to get to the root of it to where it's not going to grow, you know, like it needs to grow it. So I think that's another form of why, you know, we see these high profile, you know, relationships don't work, is because, you know, they're surrounded by so many people, man, in this industry that they don't know, they don't have, you know, their good intention, you know, at heart. And so, yeah, that could be another form of why you see so many.
Yeah,
you know.
and to piggyback out there, let me steal your word now. It goes back to who you, like I said, entertaining. Like, biblically, you know, Eve, when she was in the Garden of Eden, and she went to the tree of life, and she bit the forbidden fruit, which is, I don't know if it's an apple or not.
We don't know what it is.
The visual pictures that everybody think it's an apple. I don't know what it is. I just know it's forbidden. Think about it. She entertained the serpent's conversation.
Facts, hands down.
And just because she entertained it, the serpent was able to control how she moved. And led her right to where God told him not to do this, not to go here, not to eat from this fruit. And led her right there. And then Adam loved her so much, he listened to her before God. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, go ahead and bite this. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Adam bit it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And he disobeyed God because he loved this woman so much. It's just like,
wow, that's good.
That's why you got to be careful of who you entertain. That's why I'm saying, like with dating, a person can be a wolf in sheep clothing. Basically, you okay, man. Oh man, this person sound good. This person sound good. Oh yeah, I know they're gonna do this. But soon, when push come down to shove, like they're leading you down the wrong way, and they're taking they're leading you to that garden where it's nothing but that forbidden fruit. You know what I'm saying? You picking it up and you put it in your basket, and then all of a sudden you taking it home and you bite from it, and all of a sudden this person seemed like he got you trapped or she got you trapped, and there's no way out. You know what I'm saying? And then now all of a sudden you want to go back and you want to dump all this fruit and all this that you done gained from that garden, and it's like now you got to start all the way over, and now you don't trust these people because of where that individual led you. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So you have to be careful about who and how you entertain people. So I just wanted to throw that analogy in there.
That was a great analogy.
Forbidden fruit, and the reason why she was able, that she was led down the wrong path is because she allowed a specific individual or specific, like a serpent, to entertain her. Think about what a serpent is like. When you see a snake, it's like, man, that look evil. I don't want that. And it slithers on his belly. And, man, I'm like,
they're sneaky, they're cunning, they're quiet. Snakes.
And that's just how it typically is. Like, you know, you might have that man or that woman that's sneaky, quiet, cunning, and all this other stuff. And they strike. Once the opportunity presents itself, they strike. And then after they get the opportunity, they dip. You know what I'm saying? You know, once a snake, you know, strike or whatever, and, you know, it depends on how large a snake is, and they try to eat you or whatever, you know, they gonna dip. they gonna dip. They done got what they want. It's the same thing with men and women. Like they gonna strike, they gonna get what they want, and they gonna dip.
They gonna dip.
They ain't gonna want nothing else to do with you. And that's like I said, that's more so on the dating side. With the courting side, they gonna say you done laid the foundation. You say, hey, this is what I stand on, and the courting, they're gonna work towards that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, okay, yeah, this is you came in. This is the goal. Let's get to it. This is what I want. And you have some common ground, and you work towards something greater than just boyfriend, girlfriend.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You have something greater.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that's. I just had to throw that out there.
Man, a lot of gems on this one, man.
Yeah, and like you said, that protect your garden. That's gonna come on the shirt. Real talk.
Yeah, I love that quote. Man.
Yeah. So if you're a graphic designer or whatever, come holler at us, man. We can all work together and make something happen. You know what I'm saying? We always need people part of the team. So come holler at us, man. And we can all grow together. Graphic designers, people that, whatever, cinematographers, whatever you want to call it. People call them videographers, but it's called actual cinematographers. Let's all work together, man. And man, if y'all can y'all just please leave comments, man? What y'all think the difference between dating and courtship? Which one is more important to you? And just give us some comments, man. We'll respond back. And of course, on this topic, man, once we get everything set up, we'll go live stream. So we'll be able to invite people, get some live comments, and then be able to provide some feedback based on the comments. Maybe even invite some people to pop in and say, hey, whatever. And then we probably even take calls. You know what I'm saying? Like the old school radio days. Like you can call in and. We have that ability so people can call in and, we chop it up. You talk for something like 20 seconds or whatever, give your opinion or ask us some questions and we get feedback and, answer your questions or whatnot. Yeah. We do have that ability.
What up?
What's up? But, man, we have all that ability, you know what I'm saying? We're just slowly integrating all these different things to our fans and improving the fan experience, which is very important. Man, you got anything else you want to leave anybody else on? Or?
Oh man, we just appreciate you guys continuing, to rock with us in this vein on this journey, man, as we continue to move forward and give you guys what you need. This is something, like you mentioned earlier, we kind of researched and looked at, analytics and stuff that people wanted, so we want to stay in this vein, of relationships and kind of hitting it from different angles. Right. That way you can get our point of view. And like you mentioned, drop those comments, man. Drop those comments. We can get you guys' feedback, and communicate with you guys and continue this, vein, in relationship. And we'll definitely have some upcoming guests, coming on, people that we know. That's a fact. That's a fact. People that's in different areas, man. Even some of our family members, man. In this series, man. Because one thing we got to realize is relationships is not just husband and wife. Relationship has a variety, of things. Mother, father, mother, son, siblings, brother, uncle, closest, auntie, whatever it is. So be on the lookout, man, for this fire relationship series, man. That we got coming.
For sure. And I just advise y'all to look up and research dating and courting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll teach you how to move different, how to protect yourself from heartaches and pain and basically saying you don't trust a specific gender or people. You know what I'm saying? Like men say, oh, they don't trust women and women don't trust men. Like just look up the difference of both and then it'll kind of change your mindset and how you move. Yeah. Because your mind determines your direction. And then your feet gonna take you there. So you want to have those on the same page. Yeah. So it's change that mindset. And changing the mindset is basically learning how to it truly starts with truly loving yourself. And because when you love yourself, you move different, you want different, you expect different. Mm-hmm. So get back to learning to love yourself and healing yourself from those past traumas. You don't want to bring in old baggage and expect to be elevated to a new destination. You don't want that. Like, you don't want to bring in all the past trauma and then trying to expect, oh, I need to fly out to X and Y Z because this person is here. You're never gonna get to the destination with that person because now you're still bringing in old stuff. It's like you don't want that. So, like I said, just take the time and really research that and heal and just love on you, love God.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And watch how things change. I guarantee it'll start changing. And man, with that, man. You know, we always got to leave you with this. If it's always someone else's fault, what can they do, Willie?
Take a step back, reflect, shine up that mirror, make sure it's clean, man. 'Cause at the end of the day, when you point a finger, that's a finger pointing back at you. So we would advise you, man, to take a step back, man, self-reflect, and check your own mirror.
Check your mirror. CheckYourMirror.com. Check your mirror. Remember, check your mirror. www.checkyourmirror.com. All right, man. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.